everyone, and welcome back to Lost in the Dark podcast. My name is Burton, and I'm here with some very special guests today. Some members of A Suffocating Lie is here joining me with me. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Trevor, guitar.
I'm Rich, vocals. And I'm Marcelo, I play bass and vocals.
Excellent, excellent. So, I guess how you guys are a fairly new band as far as I can tell. Yeah, you guys reached out to me over the last week a few times. I believe Trevor, we were the ones talking.
That was me, man.
Yeah. And I've done a deep dive on you guys ever since then. So how did you guys start up? What was the formation of the band?
Well, first of all, man, I appreciate you having us on.
Definitely.
You know, we are a newer band, so I found you guys on Instagram. I've been a big fan of your podcast for a little while, so I really appreciate you guys having us on here. So yeah, man, we're pretty new. We've got started in 2018. I was actually part of this punk rock band out in Pomona, California, and we were auditioning a new vocalist, and that happened to be the guy on your screen right there, the long hair, the really sexy guy over there.
Nice.
So we were auditioning a new vocalist, and he was the guy, and it was funny because on his audition, man, I remember he came in, he had the look, he had everything down, vocals were on point. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, this guy's really freaking good, dude. Like,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he's gonna stick around with my little punk band, to be honest with you. So I was like, I gotta start getting friends with him, man. So we developed a relationship real quick, and we played one show together with that band, and I had a good time in the band. It was great, but we wanted to do something different. We wanted to go and create a different sound. I wasn't really about the punk rock kind of scene that we had out in Pomona. So we took it to ourselves to, create more of a metal style. And that was 2018 in April. So we worked together for about a year. And then early 2019 is when Cello over there and the other boys joined. So we've been rolling ever since, man. But that first year that Rich and I were working, it was just in my backyard. We did nothing else.
Yeah.
We just jammed in the backyard and tried to come up with some riffs and some lyrics. And putting a band together is definitely a work in progress, man. It's
it's a task.
But we had a fun time, man. So yeah, here we are, just trying to get some exposure with some of the new music that we're releasing, and show the world what we got. So.
Well, the first, as far as I could tell, the first single was All the Marbles.
That's right.
And that came out last year?
Correct. Yeah, that was going to be in August 2019.
Okay. Hell yeah. And that, that's a fucking killer fucking first track. Like, to be out the gate with that was outstanding.
And, that was our intention, man. I mean, I'm sure the other guys will say the same thing, right? I mean, that was the intention. We had some songs that we were going through, right? And we wanted to release, but, again, we didn't really want to do the punk rock kind of thing. We were really like, man, let's come out hard. So
yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Just punch some people in the face real quick.
Absolutely, and that's what it does. Because and I love the fucking like the behind the scenes videos on YouTube that you guys did. Yeah,
those are fun. That's all Cello right there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, those are outstanding, dude. I love stuff like that in general, especially like nowadays with a lot of bands like doing like live streaming practices and stuff on like Twitch and stuff like that. Imagine if we had been able to see that with like, I don't know, like Dahlia in 2001 or like an early Lamb of God or something like that. That would have been fucking awesome. Like that'd be like prime material to watch right now. So yeah, I think it's cool whenever any kind of band does that behind the scenes, especially early on.
Yeah, exactly.
So and also I noticed I read up that you guys have played first of all, real quick. So where exactly are you guys from?
Rich.
All right, so we're all over the place. I'm originally from Utah, actually.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Utah, moved out here like 5 years ago, and I've lived all over the place, but I'm in LA right now.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm over here in San Diego County in Escondido, so we're all spread out. I mean, Trevor's up in Orange County, and our other guitarist Drew's in Murrieta, which is in Riverside County.
Wow.
And Topher actually lives down the street from Trevor, which he recently moved from San Diego County to Orange County. So it was kind of nice that, yeah, besides the fact that we all live in vast different areas, we still make it happen. And yeah, we stay, we all have good relationships, not just as band members, but also as like really good friends.
Hell yeah. Fantastic. And now I think I saw, isn't Topher a more recent member?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent.
He's
He
our
recently joined. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, we were able to snag him through before quarantine, man. It was good.
Right.
Maybe a couple weeks before, what was it, a month or so? Maybe a month before we got in a lockdown.
About a month and a half, I think.
Yeah. So
happened. Maybe 2 months.
2 months.
Were you able to play any live shows with him?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Oh, so that's something to look forward to then.
That is definitely something to look forward to, and that is something that we, keep reminding ourselves is going to be a great day when we get there, because we obviously don't know how long this is going to last. But yeah, he's been great, man. Very new addition, but he kills it. He can do any. I think the big part of this band is pretty much everybody can do any instrument, right? And so before Topher joined, we had our guitar player on drums.
Okay.
And that's how we played our live shows until we got Topher. So
that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, super cool.
And then and I saw you guys have played the fucking Rainbow.
Yeah, man.
I've never actually made it out to California personally.
Okay.
But we just, a buddy of mine and I, the co-host of this show, actually just watched that Rainbow Bar and Grill documentary that recently came out. And it fucking blew us away, and it immediately became like on the same level of a place we need to go to someday as like Vakken. You know what I mean? So so how was that?
Well, Rich will tell you about that one.
All right.
So, I mean, first, it was amazing because it's a legacy to be there.
Yeah.
But, the show did not go as planned. 30 seconds into our set, I ended up jumping wrong or landing wrong or stomping wrong, and I fucking broke my foot.
Oh.
Like 30 seconds into the intro.
Fuck.
But we just finished the set, and then as soon as we were done, I just kind of looked at Trevor and was like, "Yo, can you take me to the ER, bro?"
Fuck yeah. You finished it though. You fucking finished it.
Let's make sure that's known.
Hell yeah.
I stomped on it on the last song too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you continued to hurt it. Excellent.
I had to, man. The show must go on.
Absolutely. No question. But yeah, that must have been fucking wild to be on that stage. Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
It was definitely a great experience. However, when we think of Rainbow, we go, man, Rich's foot, dude. But aside from that, anybody listening that hasn't been to LA and that little scene over there, like, it's just it's so historic and so cool to play that strip. There is a lot to offer musically over in on that strip. So it was just super cool opportunity for us to play out there. So yeah,
absolutely.
But we enjoyed the set.
Hell yeah. So I guess let's talk about, you guys just released a brand new single on April 17th, Black Sheep. And is that, so as far as I can tell, it's All the Marbles and Black Sheep are the only two songs available out for the public right now, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so how many, if you don't mind me asking, do you have like a number of other songs that you like are currently like you can play live and all that kind of stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie,
we have a full set that we play live, and then we've got some other songs that we're sitting on to release later.
Excellent. Now, okay, so the obvious like big difference between Black Sheep and All the Marbles is the clean vocals. Is that like where'd that come from? How so why the shift there? Is that something you guys were going for from the get-go? Is this something that's gonna come in and out? What kind of thing? What's going on there?
So most of our set does have clean vocals.
Okay.
We just picked all the marbles because we wanted to hit heavy on all platforms and show them that we mean business, and we just want to drop the most heaviest thing on our set list, and all the marbles is that song. But all the other ones, I think, as well, just all have different sounds, different feels that you get from it, but still in your face, raw shit. So
very much. That's not in no way Black Sheep. In no way, to me, isn't it still feels about as heavy. You know what I mean? It's still fucking gnarly ass song. In fact, the I've been kind of wondering about your guys' influences, because the beginning of the track kind of feels, especially with the vocals, the guttural vocals, it has almost like a blackened, almost sort of like goat whore-esque vibe to it a little bit to me. And then when the cleats come in, it's kind of like in the same range, at least a little bit to me, as like a Matt Heafy Trivium sort of thing. And I think that combination sounds fantastic.
Right.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And like what Cho was saying, we wanted to showcase both, right? And Cho's got a phenomenal voice that we want to use. So when it comes to all of our influences, it's really diverse within the band. For me, my gateway band and my favorite band growing up was Five Finger Death Punch. I fell in love with all their stuff. I for some reason, man, I really connected with those guys. So that was my favorite band growing up. And then my biggest influence right now has got to be Hatebreed. Big Jamie Josta guy. So
me too. You're preaching to the choir, bro. Dude, every podcast episode, the Lost Chapters Volume 2 was fucking amazing.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I love how he's able to do that with the Josta stuff and also, the Hatebreed stuff. Mm-hmm. Was it your podcast? I don't know if I was listening to your podcast or the other ones. You guys are doing something with Hatebreed on your story recently, or was that somebody else?
No, I don't know. I've just been, I usually post stuff I'm listening to. That might have just been it. But I don't know. It
cracked me up. I don't remember if it was you guys or not, but those are my two main influences. And then Rich has got some ones. What's yours, Rich?
Fuck, mine are all over the place. So it's like, I'm old school. So I love Johnny Cash, but then I love Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Metal influence is hard. Lately, I don't know. I guess back in the day, As I Lay Dying was huge for me into this metalcore scene back in 2000. What was it, 3 or 4? They first came out.
Yeah.
It's probably my first metal entrance into this kind of stuff. But I'm more everything I listen to is old school stuff.
So you're not as influenced by metal, pretty much.
Not as much, no.
That's fun. That's crazy. A lot of vocalists tell me that. There's a lot of metal vocalists specifically tell me, I don't really listen to that much metal, actually.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. The first reason I started screaming was from the band The Used.
Okay.
Yeah, they were from Utah, so they were fucking, number one for me.
Yeah.
Actually, a 12-year-old kid, them just blowing up. So them and Linkin Park and Refused were a big one to mainly scream, but other than that, I listen to it, but it's not really an everyday thing, to be honest, for me.
Fair enough. Hell yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Cello, what you got?
For me, it's all over the place. I think I got. First, like anyone growing up, Linkin Park was such a big influence for me, especially vocals and just the sound of it. Then kind of getting more towards middle school, I got more introduced to the metal scene. For example, Bullet for My Valentine, their first albums coming out. And, as any other kid back in the day, going to, Best Buy or Guitar Center, feeling like, what? I love their shit so much. I want to be like them. And ever since then, I just been more into different metal, especially the metalcore music when it was so huge back in 08, 09. And right now at this point, it's kind of like Rich right now. It's like, yeah, I'll listen to it. It's the best shit. It's my go-to always. But now as actually being in the band, trying to create a new sound and trying to be different from those other bands it's a challenge, but it's also a cool achievement, especially getting the feedbacks that we've been getting for Black Sheep from yesterday.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I think Black Sheep is really good. It's a really good combination of a lot of different styles. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, no, actually, oddly enough, fucking Five Finger Death Punch. I saw them on their first ever the Family Values tour. That first national tour. Had no idea who they were, and then they were the first band that day that had a pit, and so my cousin and I jumped right in that shit, and we kind of been into them ever since. And yeah, Hatebreed, yeah, man, Hatebreed's one of the biggest ones for me. I was actually fucking they did the Live Dominance here in Detroit. I'm not in Detroit. I'm up here in Lansing, Michigan, but I'm from the Detroit area, and that's where we go to all of our shows pretty much. And yeah, they did that Live Dominance show in Detroit, and we went to that, and that's to this day one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my life. That was fucking unbelievable.
I listen to that live on Spotify all the time.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's so
dude,
good.
I love their simplicity, man. They're heavy. Their lyrics are phenomenal. I really like Joss's lyrics. And everything about it, the combination, man, is just for some reason, man, it's my favorite. So the guys always give me a ton of shit, man, because I'm just die hard, man. I'm as die hard as they come, as Joss would say. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do it any day. But again, my influence is all over the place, right? I mean, I'm a diehard Kenny Chesney fan as far as country goes, and so it's a big mix between all of them. But awesome, overall, it's just music is that way, right? It's just you can have all these influences, and we can put it all together in the music that we create. So
yeah, absolutely. Let's see what, and so I guess. What was the last show you guys were able to play?
Oh shit! What was our last show that we played?
So Whiskey A Go Go was the last show that we played. So that's right next to Rainbow.
Right.
So another very historic venue for us, man. I mean that one was right up there with Rainbow, to be honest with you. I mean, it's so historic, right? It's just so cool to be playing the same stage as some of your greatest influences. So that was just a really big show for us, really fun. But that was the last one we played, man, February 1st or February 5th.
Okay.
So because we started hitting that quarantine and that virus kind of shut us down in operations. So
and that's definitely what I wanted to ask you guys about, because so you guys are out there in California, I'm here in Michigan. How is that for you? I understand your quarantine is a bit more strict than ours, and for good reason probably. And yeah, so how you guys doing out there with the quarantine and everything at the situation?
Yeah.
So I mean, we had a whole line of shows stacked up. Of course, those canceled. Mm-hmm. But we're on full lockdown right now, basically. So not supposed to leave, not supposed to do anything unless you're like an essential employee or you're going to get groceries. You can get fucking fined. I can swear, right?
Oh yes.
All right.
Please do.
You can get fined if you're out for too long. People the governor put out this stupid thing to maybe I shouldn't talk shit like that, but he put out this thing that was tell on anybody who is not social distancing,
heard about that.
And I was like, okay, that's a little far.
That's not a smart move.
That's where the the riots and stuff start to come into play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's crazy. We're just trying to FaceTime and keep putting out content and sitting out on a bunch of content that was supposed to be out, but now is just going to be pulled a little bit. Spread out.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, that's definitely where I was going with that. Was you guys have definitely, you already said you've had to cancel shows, and so you're also I've from all the videos and everything, the first EP I believe was supposed to be out soon, right? Probably around this time, maybe.
Yeah.
Originally, yeah. Okay, and so has that been pushed back for the time being, or is it just kind of going to be more slowly rolled out?
So it's kind of both. It'll be slowly rolled out, but it's kind of transformed into something a little bit bigger. So I think EP is now going to be an album, and certain songs are now just going to be spread out a little bit. So.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's kind of even more exciting then. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
We got more stuffs.
Well, we figured, man, with all this time, we can, keep writing, we can keep working, and why would we release a, EP when we can make it into a full-length album? So, I guess that's one of the benefits for us right now is we're going to have more time to write. And, with the technology that we have today, there's nothing stopping me from writing a riff and sending it over to our drummer and us working all together and creating a full piece. We can't jam it, obviously, in a jam room right now, but we can at least get creative and get feedback on ideas and feed off each other while we're able to, or while we're at home. So, trying to make the most of it, so that's why hopefully we can make a full length album and release that pretty soon.
I think it would just prepare us for sets that have to be longer than half an hour, because that's the majority of our shows have been right now. It's been half an hours. And having this time gives us, like I said, like Rich was saying, build something bigger. And hopefully by the time all this is done, we're, excited to share with the public a full-length album, possibly, soon when all this is done, and, perform even longer, like 45-minute sets or maybe an hour, depending if we get in the opportunity to play at certain venues that let us do that. So
that's right.
That's fantastic. And actually very exciting. I'm pretty excited to hear that. Have you guys ever played any shows outside of California? Not yet.
We were supposed to, but this stuff started happening and doesn't look like when we were planning on going out. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening either.
Fair enough.
So
understandable. So yeah, this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, how about you guys? What, did you guys have any, were you excited about it? Did you have any tickets to any upcoming shows that just as a fan you wanted to go see that has gotten canceled?
I actually did not. I didn't have any concerts booked, and I don't typically buy shows way out in advance just in case we get a gig opportunity, actually.
Good point.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Fair
just
enough.
how I've learned by, I've only been in a band about 3 years now, and I've learned that it's a very on-call gig. It's hey, anybody free in 2 weeks? We're gonna be playing the show, and I can't say I'm at a concert. I got to be playing my own gigs. So
fair enough.
I tend to buy concerts last minute within a couple days, so I didn't actually have anything booked out, luckily. But about you guys?
I was lucky to actually do both at the same time, because we luckily headlined for We Came as Roman, Dead American. So pretty much I feel like, we did our job there, and then we actually got to have fun after and watch the guys play after us, which was sick. So, that was our concert. Especially back in the time when Warped Tour was big, and now that that's dead, it sucks, because that's where, summer was like the highlight of my life, was waiting for Warped Tour, going from LA to San Diego and watching those big bands and just be inspired. And like I said, we've been in a really lucky spot to headline for these, really big bands, which We Came as Romans has been an inspiration for me for the beginning since they started. So I had a fun time at that show.
Absolutely. That's got to be one of the best parts about opening for one of your favorites is just being able to kick back and watch afterwards. Like,
That's right.
So
That's right. It's free
hell
ticket.
yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah, man. I mean, there's been a handful, like because at this point I see it. I don't think it's very likely any concerts are gonna happen over the summer. And yeah, that Knot Fest, that Lamb of God Megadeth show, man. Then I actually already had a Carnifex show I was supposed to go to that got canceled. That whole like Meta X World tour thing, and then and now the Testament and Dahlia show has also been postponed, and Municipal Waste was on that too. That was gonna be fucking epic, but yeah, it is a bummer.
It is a bummer, man. It really is. It's weird to think of all that. You know, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but when this first started coming out, this whole virus thing, I didn't really think twice about how it was going to affect us musically, right? I figured it was going to be, you know, we saw what was happening in China, we saw what was happening out there, but I didn't really take it into consideration that it could affect everything this much, and it could have this much of an effect on, you know, just our daily lives, right? So I definitely underestimated that, you know, taking it seriously and everything, but, you know, I don't think it was a big thought of mine for, you know, a while. And, you know, once they started shutting down the NBA and then, you know, Major League Baseball and everything. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. These local metalcore bands, man, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it out to some shows if they're shutting out the whole NBA, man. So
yeah, absolutely. That's insane. When that happened, you know, that's when things start getting unprecedented. I've been you know, probably just as long as you guys. I've been going to shows for like 15 years now and only ever had maybe 2 get canceled on me ever until this year. So it's fucking insane. And I am glad though. I am glad to hear that bands like you guys, Carnifex, they just went back in the studio. You guys are extending your EP into a full length. People are taking the opportunity to create good content, I guess, to put out, which is at least a positive way to handle the situation. Definitely. I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Do you guys ever do anything like a live stream Twitch kind of band practice or anything?
We've been trying to figure something like that out. It's so hard with us being so spread apart.
Separated, yeah.
Like not all of us have the same equipment. But like we kind of just like everyone's been jamming and have been coming up with things, and so everybody's sending links like to everybody. So it's like, oh shit, hell yeah, we've got a link from Drew, from one of the other guys. Topher sends us stuff, or Trevor sends us stuff. So we've just got like a very big pot of shit to mix with. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Dude, it's as DIY as it gets around here, man. It's,
yeah.
I'm talking about like I'll send a recording on my iPhone just videoing. I'm not talking about using Pro Tools I'm just, hey guys, out of my Line 6 amp here, my combo amp since I've had since I was 12. What do you think about this? I mean, it's just got to make it work, man.
Fuck yes. Dude, that makes me so happy because that's exactly what it is here too. We had to like learn all the roadie fucking things that we had to learn in order just to like start putting out episodes at all. And yeah, it's that right. I think it's that right there that you know, pressure makes diamonds sometimes. So yeah.
Doesn't got to be pretty, man. You know?
No. Nope. Just has to be what it is.
That's right.
Exactly. It's just got to be something.
I'll usually send, you know, the riff or the idea with that in the caption, like, hey, this is just something, like, you know, just let me know if you can hear what I'm hearing, because I know you can't hear, the quality's not good, but if you can kind of hear the direction I'm going in, we got the job done, and you saved me a lot of money in recording equipment, so.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that's all it takes. That's that to fucking, DIY till Jamie Josta, DIY till you die, right?
Right. So, and see, we're already making so many references with my boy. I love it, man.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love that shit.
Hatebreed?
Huh?
What'd you say, Rich?
Trevor, do you like Hatebreed?
Dude. Always. Die hard as they come.
Hell yeah. Have you ever seen them?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh yeah.
They rip live.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're crazy, man.
When Trevor was like super young, actually. Because I saw them at Warped Tour in 2006, 2007.
Okay.
And Trevor was just a youngin'.
Yeah.
Just young. Wait, what? Wait, how old are you guys?
I'm 22. I just turned 22.
22. All right.
Yeah.
26.
26.
I'm the grandpa. I'm 29. I'm gonna be 30 this year.
Holy shit. Well, I just turned 30, so
Hey.
not very fun.
I know, man.
It's not any different either. It's just weird. It's just like I feel like I'm still in my 20s, but apparently I'm not.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hell fucking yeah. What's okay, so there's one. What are your guys's just to give me an idea, what are your guys's, like, what would you say, all three of you, is like the top as a fan show that you've ever seen?
Ooh. I'm gonna think about this. Cello, you go.
Yeah, Chell, you got anything?
No. Wait. Top what? Top fan?
3 favorite shows.
Oh, that we played so far?
No, that you've seen as a fan.
Oh, as seen as a fan.
Yeah.
Shit. Warped Tour. One each year. Yeah, that's fun. Fit for King in House of Blues in San Diego. That was gnarly. With August Burns Red. Oh, fuck. This was like 4 years ago now. It was heavy. Not too long ago, Like Moths to Flames was out in Soma as well in San Diego. There was up there. Oh, fuck. Drew's been to a lot of shows. Our guitarist now. He's been to all the sick shows lately going on, and he's been lucky to go to shows that don't interfere with shows that we need to play, which is dope.
Yeah, he's always the one that's like, we've got like we would have a show coming up in the weekend, and 2 days prior he'd always be like, "Oh, sick! I got a show the day before. We're good." I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? How did you time that out so correctly?"
I think for me, man, I I'm gonna say Hatebreed show, but I think it's Music. Yeah, I think that's what it was. 2019, dude. I don't know, man. I think they were the headliners. I think Limp Bizkit was co-headlining with them. That was funny.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just incredible, man. I don't know. That was one of the shows that really got me, like, man, like, I don't know. That was just one of the craziest shows I've ever been to. And then the second one that I could think of off the top of my head immediately was actually, I went with Rich, Attila, and All That Remains. So, dude, it was the most interesting set list, or the most interesting, what do you call it?
Lineup.
Yeah, lineup. Like, I mean, these are pretty two different bands, but dude, when Attila came on the stage, man, I mean, we had people from the top balcony. We were in the pit. Rich got me in the pit for some reason. And we had people literally jumping like it was a pool, man, into the, I got a couple videos of it, but just jumping into the pit from everywhere, like stage diving from the balcony. I mean, it was just the craziest show, like, as far as like, damn, am I going to get hit? Like, from where? It was gnarly. That was,
holy shit.
There was
that was
buddies
a fun show.
at that one.
That was a good one for sure.
That sounds outstanding. Sometime there's a venue here in Michigan, right outside of Detroit, called DTE Energy Music Theater. It used to be called Pine Knob, but it's a hill pavilion setup. And whenever, like, last year, not the last time I was there, but last year when I was there for, what was it? Oh, I think it was the Slayer farewell tour with Lamb of God and Cannibal. And they like, whenever the metal bands come on, they like to fucking tear out the sod from the hill, like the grass chunks from the hill, and just fucking whip it down they just whip it down towards the pavilion. So if you're like at the front of the lawn and you look back, there's just a sky full of fucking sod coming down at you. It's fucking insane. I love it.
That's amazing.
I've seen some crazy stuff at Slayer shows, man. I mean, it's crazy. I decided to get in the lawn on one of those Slayer shows. I would think it was on Ozfest in like 2017 or something. And dude, you got fire pits, man, just all over the lawn. People are bringing down trees and putting it in the fire and just going in circles. I'm like, where the hell am I?
Fucking chanting demonic chants and shit. Like, what the fuck,
dude? Like, I'm actually gonna go on here and say it might be more risky to be in the lawn at a Slayer show than be at the pit.
It's possible.
There's no fire in the pit. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
It's on Ozfest.
Dude, so wait, you went to an Ozfest in 2017?
No, not Fest, I think. It was
not Fest. Okay. I was like, whoa, because I know they had some out closer to you guys. They had some one-off ones. But the last touring one ever was 2007, and that's the only one I ever got to go to, and it was fucking.
I think I know Ozzy played the day after. Maybe.
It might have been there. They did do an Ozfest meets Not Fest thing.
That's what it was then, because I remember Ozzy was playing. I went Saturday, and that was a Sunday. But it was so hard for me not to go. I don't even remember why I didn't go that Sunday. But I mean, it was just that festival out here in San Bernardino was stacked, man. I mean, I remember Monomarth. It was Slayer. Man, it was the other one I liked. Motionless in White. Whitechapel, Emir. I mean, we got all the guys down there. It was crazy. It was great, man. It was a really good experience.
Monomarth. Yeah. What do you guys so we're all in quarantine, we're all in lockdown right now. What have you guys been listening to anything new lately?
Joe, what you got?
Oh, that's a good question. No, go to Rich.
For 2, Cello.
I'm literally been listening to like nothing but Tom McDonald. I don't know if anyone knows who Tom McDonald is, but he's rap. He's hip hop.
I've not heard of him.
He's the shit.
Tom.
Oh, yeah, he's 100% like independent. Does everything himself. I just respect his craft and everything that he talks about. Talks about like real shit that I think a lot of people are afraid to say. So
yeah.
I like
Tom McDonald, you said?
Tom McDonald.
Yeah, I will check that out. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, check that out.
He doesn't look at all like you expect him to be. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you'll look at him and you'll think it'll be something else, and yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Chuck?
I mean, I've been kind of really heavy on Silent Planet. I'm listening to some friends of ours. There are also a local band called The Unsung. They just came out with a new single and music video recently, and I love their shit. I don't know. I've been really leaning towards all our buds here in South Cali that are just small local bands, and just trying to help. We help each other out and spread the word when we ever come out with new things, and they come out with really different, really underrated shit that I think a lot of people are missing out on.
Fuck yeah, no, give any local bands you got out there that you want to give a shout out to, feel free. Yeah, local bands is where it all starts, and I fucking love doing everything I can to fucking promote that shit for sure.
That's right.
So you said The Unsung, that's what you've been they just dropped a new one?
Phenomenal band.
They dropped me a single called Awake. It's like they have it everywhere on every streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, and then also music video, which they filmed it on top of a roof in LA, which I was like fucking jealous.
That's fucking awesome.
The same producer as us too. It's cool. Great job.
Another shout out to my boy Devon from Silas. Those guys are real crazy. And they've been coming out with really cool live stream shit that sounds really clean. And I'm hoping that we could come out with something like that too, to stay, in touch with all our our fans that like our shit. So
Absolutely.
It's hard with all this quarantine stuff going on to be so productive when we can only produce so much, all living our separate ways right now. So, but we take it day by day, and luckily we got some stuff planned out, and trying to stay on our toes, and because at this point it's just how strong the group, the band is as friends, that could proceed this to make it last long, because this is either you make it or they kind of just fall apart. And I think us as a band, for Suffocating Lie, I think we're going to stay strong, and until this whole fucking quarantine shit's over with, we're going to be so ready when shows are going to be back up for the public.
Oh yeah.
Damn straight.
Fuck yeah.
I think going back to what you said earlier, your first question, right now for my my new music, man, I'm heavy into like Spite. You heard of those guys?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Spite.
I love Spite.
Damn, man.
All Evil?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. They're so good. I've been really into Spite. And then Bad Wolves as well. Have you seen them?
I've not seen them live, but I know who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the new Howard Jones.
What's that?
Isn't it? Is that the new Howard Jones project?
No, that's with Tommy Vext.
Oh right,
Tommy
wait.
Vext.
That's right. Yeah.
Howard Jones, I think is
like the Torch.
Like the Torch. Devil, or he's got like 3 different.
But the Bad Wolves, I know them because they have John Backlund on drums, and he's the former drummer of Devil Driver.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's one of my favorite drummers of all time. He did all the Devil Driver albums up to the most recent 2. He's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that band has a bunch of people from, very successful bands that were previous. Somebody's from In This Moment, I think the guitar player.
Yeah.
And then Doc, the other guitarist is he was in Lamb of God for a little bit as well.
Doc Coyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a podcast too. It's really good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's quite, I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's something with Doc Coyle. Check it out. He's got everybody on there. It's fantastic.
I should probably listen to more different podcasts than just my Jamie Josta my Jamie Josta podcast.
There are not many metal podcasts.
Not at all.
It's very few and far between, and right. And Josta's he's definitely the main one, and it's fantastic. But Doc Coyle's is really good too. He gets really into like the technical, like the gear side of things a lot of the times and stuff, which I think is really cool. Yeah. Speaking of which, what kind of fucking gear do you guys use? Kind of guitars?
I'm a big ESP guy.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty much all I'm using. I mean, the one I actually used a lot. I have what's his name? Blanking on his name. Gary from Exodus and Slayer.
Holt, Gary Holt.
Yeah. I have his signature guitar, which it's a beast, man. It's so hot. And I have that one, and then everything else is just ESP. I mean, ESP. I have one Jackson, and I'm not really too specific on my gear though. Honestly, like just an ESP running through a 4x12 cab. I think it's Marshall, and then I run an orange head. And
nice.
Then, just super simple. Not a ton of effects either, and crank it up. So.
Oh yeah.
I got 5-string Ibanez with Ampeg amp, and then for my pedal that I love to use on shows is Dark Glass, which make the distortion on that shit so fucking heavy. It's like that Born of Osiris fucking Immure kind of fucking gent sounding, but a little bit more aggressive. Drew just recently got an Ibanez, so we're both big Ibanez fans. So
nice. And do you?
No fucking clue.
Well, I don't know what Topher's drums are. I need to know what his drums are.
Nobody ever does. I mean, except for the drummers.
Is it Pearl? I think it's Pearl.
Does he have a Pearl set? Maybe he has a Pearl set.
I mean, I watched the music video like 10 times yesterday, so I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
I use Sennheiser mics and Shure mics. I use them both. Like I was like only Shure most of the time, but I just recently got a Sennheiser and I love the sound of it. It just is a lot heavier to swing around. So that makes it difficult.
Yeah, I noticed you do the fucking swing thing. I like that.
Dude, we're gonna get hit one of these days, man.
Everybody's getting hit.
No,
Everybody's
it's
I
mostly
warned him.
Trevor. It's mostly Trevor.
I said not if, it's when. Not if, it's when.
I mean,
So just
eventually you should kind of even the drummer should get hit at some point. Like,
Yeah, that's right.
there's probably gonna be a point that I just top it there.
Well, it's funny because on a couple or past couple shows, you can actually see in some of the videos that we've taken, he comes up to me, during the set, obviously, and hits me gives me a little tap, like, "Hey, move." Like, I'm not trying to hit you, man. Get out of the way. It's just funny. I'm getting ready to move out of the way, and so far, we've been good.
I mean, Trevor's almost nailed me in the head with his fucking guitar. I was like, oh shit. There's like a video of it.
Hell yes. Oh man.
I wish he did. But it would have been so metal. But I would feel bad because he'd probably go out of tune and I'll fuck it up.
That's what I'm worried about. Right.
He hits you, goes out of tune, your face is bleeding. It's like the most metal looking thing ever, but
Right.
But sound wise,
But hey, if someone's face is bleeding on stage, no one really cares. It's just
that's just rock and roll right there.
Gotta listen to it.
Absolutely. I mean, you guys already have played through Broken Bones, so fuck yeah.
Truth.
You already got that going.
True.
Which
Open.
Rich is understating it at all because his other foot's actually been broken too. So
Wait, you've broken more than one bone live?
well,
Live.
Playing live.
But I broke one bone live, but the other leg was broken a year prior from getting hit by a car.
Oh, okay.
That had just healed. Finally, I was finally like walking normally, and then I broke my other fucking foot.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, that's where we're at now.
Fuck. Well, hey, got some time to heal.
For that We Came as Romans show, though.
they either say break a leg. It's already been done.
We've been done, bitch.
You guys have been there, done that. Fuck yes. That's awesome, man. It's just the DIY. And whenever I was watching the few videos that you guys have on YouTube of the live performances, and the fucking which one was it? I think it was like a teaser, one of your teaser videos for something. I can't remember which one, but it was just one camera like in the corner, and it looked like you guys were recording or practicing or something. It just kept coming in and out with quick shots. But I was
maybe
might have been. Obviously I haven't had the opportunity to see you guys yet, but fuck, you look like you go hard. Like that you hit every fucking part, like every single note that you want to see out of a live band. Just fucking ruthlessness. Like have you seen any of the live performances of Spite?
Yeah.
I just saw Spite and Dealer. That was the last show I got to see before they shut everything down. I saw Dealer and Spite. It was the fucking craziest shit that I've ever experienced, probably.
Hell fucking yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
That's another show I was actually supposed to go see. With actually a few, they were playing with some more, I guess, local Midwestern bands. I guess there's a band from Wisconsin called Jungle Rot, and there's one from Toledo, Ohio called the Convalescence. If you've never heard of them, check them out. Yeah, they are fucking phenomenal, and they play all over in the Michigan, Ohio area, and they were supposed to play with Spite coming up, I believe, here in a few weeks, and I think that got canceled or postponed or something. But yeah, I haven't gotten to see Spite yet, but I really want to because their live shit just looks so good.
So good. Thank you for the compliment, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Appreciate
So I guess, yeah, I guess that's pretty much, we've been going for almost an hour, guys, believe it or not. So I guess we'll probably, I do have one closing question that I like to ask everybody that's on. I don't know. I honestly can't see me in the video, so I don't know if you guys can see what's behind me, but there's a poster behind me that's I want to believe poster from X-Files. And the fucking one of the, I love, this show is primarily definitely mostly about metal. It's the number one thing that I love and love to talk about, but we also like to talk about I'd like to ask everybody, have any of you ever had any sort of paranormal experiences or experiences that you cannot explain or anything like that? It's just, I love this shit. I'm really into it. Not everybody is, but I like to ask everybody that's on the show if they've ever had any crazy experiences like that.
Hell yeah. I love that shit.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone want to go first?
I think it sounds like you guys.
Mine.
You go for it. You go for it.
So I used to fuck around with a lot of shit. Like I used to do like Ouija board stuff and some other stuff that I won't name. I'll just say the Ouija board for now.
All right.
But yeah, I used to fuck with some shit back in the day, and one night I had one of those sleep paralysis things where you wake up, can't move, anything like that. Well, I was in my house in Utah. At the time, there was no lights or light bulbs were installed in my closet at all. But when I woke up from that sleep paralysis thing, there was the lightest light shining in my closet. And I just was staring at it, and I knew it wasn't just me being kind of half awake, because it didn't just shut off real quick. I sat there, blinked, and when I could finally move, I sat up. Finally, it had been on for 10 minutes, just sitting there. Then after 15, 20 minutes, it shut off. And I tried to go back to sleep, and then it blinked twice, and there's no light there. So there's just one. There's one of many.
Right. That is weird. That is weird. It's actually funny because whenever I had so the co-host of this show, Aaron, he's the drummer for a band out here in Michigan called Bog Wraith. Definitely look them up. They're fucking phenomenal. But
how do you spell that real quick? I'm gonna write it down.
Bog Wraith, BOGWRAITH. And they actually just released a new video for the single called Flesh for Flesh off their, I actually have it right here, their Titan EP, their EP Titan. What is that? Yeah.
Awesome.
And yeah, so shout out to them. But he fucking, when I had some members of them on, their guitarist, when I asked him that same question, he gave me a story of sleep paralysis as well. It's fucking, that definitely seems to be something that keeps coming up in that kind of realm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's some scary, weird shit. That's for sure. When you try to move and you can't.
Yeah. Literally, you're awake in your body, but your body can't move. It's fucking. Yeah. It happened to me once, and it is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I hate to say it, but I don't think, man, I've had too many experiences like that.
Fair enough. Not everybody has.
No, I will definitely be more aware. As crazy as it gets for me is when I'm home alone and my house makes weird noises, man.
Fair enough.
That scares me. But no, I haven't had anything crazy. But I will ask you, okay, when I was younger, I was obsessed with this show called Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi.
Sure, yeah.
Was that real or was that fake the whole time? For say, because I'm still dying to know. Yeah. I don't know if Google gives me the right answer.
I mean, as far as I know, they have never. It's never come out that they ever faked anything.
Okay.
As far as I know,
my childhood is still awesome.
Yeah, no, a lot of those shows, it's funny because a lot of those shows, a lot of people think that, but if you actually get into it and are a fan at all and stuff, I mean, if they're faking this stuff, you would think they would fake better stuff than what they get episode to episode. You know what I mean? Like because there are episodes where they just get nothing, and it's just like, yeah,
you're right.
We got nothing. Sometimes that happens.
You're right.
And that, that's real, because there's this website called, and if you guys are really into this stuff, there's this website called ghosthuntsusa.com.
I've been there. Hell yes.
Fuck yes. Yeah. A lot of those locations that the ghost hunters or the guys in Ghost Adventures or any of that go to. Yeah. Yep. Those are available. Like, you can buy a ticket and get locked in there overnight. A lot of those locations.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I've done that a few places out here in Michigan, one in Illinois and stuff. And yeah, sometimes literally, like, you can be in the creepiest, like, I was in a fucking insane asylum during a thunderstorm and nothing happened. I didn't feel weird or scared or any, like, I didn't see anything, feel anything. Just sometimes, yeah, nothing happens. And it's and that the fact that they show that in the shows, to me, provides legitimacy to it. But who knows? It is Absolutely. Fucking Hollywood.
No, that's a great point. I was obsessed with Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters on Sci-Fi, man. And I mean, I knew every character. I was watching that all the time. But that was 10 years ago, and that's basically the last time I watched it. But I was really hoping that was all real, man, because I really enjoyed that.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's all real, but I'm pretty sure they're not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mostly.
Well, like you said, though, there were scenes where they didn't find anything, so that definitely, made it more authentic to me, at least.
And if you're a TV show and the whole design is to get ratings, then you're gonna want, if you're gonna fake something, you're gonna want it to be crazy. You know what I mean? You're gonna want eyes on the screens. So, and they're not doing that. So it makes me go, all right, I think these are legitimate investigators.
Exactly. Man, you're going to make me hop on YouTube after this and just go rewatch Ghost Hunters, man.
Fuck yeah.
Get back into this. Love it. Cello?
Creepy old ladies. Like, women in black shit. I could just leave my fucking closet just, like, slightly cracked, like this fucking one right there, and I could see, like, the black veil over her face, and I just, every night, dude, if I don't sleep with that closet door closed, fuck, I see something fucked up in there. I'm just like, fuck.
So you have a monster in your closet right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't know if this is more like a technological fucking error, but my Xbox randomly turns on for some weird reason. I don't know if that bitch is trying to play some Call of Duty or something, but...
There you go, man.
That's fucking... Hey, I mean, it might be a technical thing, but my Xbox doesn't turn on automatically, so...
It's weird. I hear the chime, I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Bitch just wants to play some fucking video games.
That is kind of bizarre. So that's probably the craziest.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I was younger, I feel like I saw ghosts, too. Like, literally floating above, like, my roof. Just, like, I feel like I like people from the past that's been here type of shit. And I fucking do like the whole eye rubbing and everything like that, and I'm just like, yeah, I feel like I think I've experienced some paranormal activity shit more on a visual aspect.
Interesting. Hell yeah.
But I don't know. Well, I'm hoping to see some more because it's kind of gives you that cool thrill.
Just keep your closet open, man, when you sleep. That's all you got to do.
Fuck that bitch.
That's all you got to do.
Like one of our songs, Filthy Infection. Fuck that bitch. No.
Write a song about her. See
if
she likes it. Oh, hell yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's funny. That's something that happened. Like whenever I was talking to the guys in Bogwraith about this, they were like, dude, we should write a song about that. And I was like, there you go.
Hey, we're pretty much open to write a song about anything nowadays, right? I mean,
right?
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I'm down. Let's do it.
Sleep paralysis is I feel like it's a good song topic. I feel like someone, I can't remember who it was, but I feel like someone recently came out with an EP where that was what a lot of the lyrics were about, was the vocalist's experience with sleep paralysis. But I can't remember. Maybe maybe like acacia strain or something. I'm not sure. But That's probably wrong.
Does ring a fucking bell though.
Yeah, but it is a cool fucking like area to explore for sure in terms of writing, because I don't think that very many people have, and I feel like it's something that happens to a lot more people than people talk about.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd definitely be a really cool lyrically EP or even just song itself to just hear about, especially if you could kind of like paint it like in an write it in an artistic way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like fucking lyrics that are written that you kind of have to like dive in deep and try to like decrypt it and shit like that.
Yeah, they're more like metaphorical and stuff. What specifically what's a good, like, what's one of your favorite lyricists? Bands with band lyrics, at least.
Well,
You
want me to go? Because I was like, hey, Breed, man.
I've got a bunch. I hate
Dude, I'm just saying, man. Dude, his lyrics are awesome, okay?
Yeah.
Love
So,
it.
I love Hate Breed. I loved the earlier Death Punch lyrics, not so much the later stuff.
Earlier stuff was better, I agree.
Yeah, I hate to be that guy that, always everybody's throwing that around right now, but that's Ivan was really good. He's still great. I really liked his earlier lyrics. And going back to the country roots for me, my favorite lyricist of all time was Kenny Chesney. He's been my favorite as far as lyrics. A lot of the country guys I listen to, actually, there's the stereotypical like country songs that you can go down and we can talk about, but some of the more, I don't know, I'm more specific on country than any other genre. So a lot of great country artists have great lyrics as well. But other than those,
you ever heard of Bishop Gunn?
No.
No, I don't know if you'd call him country or not. He's kind of like in between country and rock somewhere. But yeah, he's like a newer guy from Tennessee, I believe, or a newer band. It's actually the whole band is called Bishop Gunn, and I don't think any of their names are Bishop Gunn, but that's a really good one with some really great lyrics, really great. Definitely might want to check them out because they're a fun band. But yeah, what about everybody else?
Rachel Hope. Oh fuck. I kind of in Silent Planet. Like I said, the lead singer for Silent Planet is just writes some really cool, really interesting lyrical shit. Rory Rodriguez from Dayseeker. I like his shit because it's a lot of shit that I can relate to.
Which one does really good, like in terms of like metaphorical for you, like what you were talking about earlier?
Oh, there was that one old Australian band, fucking Quantum Flux, I think was the name of the song. I forgot what the band name was. Unless that's the name of it. Oh, fuck. I'll get back to you unless fucking Rich has got one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But
North Lane. Boom. North Lane. There we go.
North Lane.
Yeah. Old North Lane wrote some cool metaphorical shit, I think.
Oh yeah. Hold on just one second, guys. Hold on. I'm having a slight audio issue here. Hold on 1 second.
Get it?
Miss.
There we go. Sorry about that. There we go.
You gave time to give Cello to think about more ideas.
All right.
What?
Never mind. Dude.
Lyrically, I could go on and on. Lyrically, oh man. Okay, so I like.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to be on the spot.
Say because I'm inspired by I'm inspired more by like literature and poetry in my writing than lyricism. But like if I were to choose like lyricists, Eminem is definitely up there, of course. The Used lyrics were always big to me, especially growing up. Like, I just know that it was like poetic. You could relate to it, but at the same time, you didn't quite know what he was talking about. Like, you could think it could have been about a girl, but it could have been about a friend, or it could have been about whatever the fuck. So yeah, I guess I'll just choose those two. But I would say mainly like literature is, I don't know, more.
Like what kind of literature?
I love like Oscar Wilde. He's huge for me. Edgar Allan Poe, of course, because I'm a fucking goth nerd.
Fuck yeah. Who was it? There was somebody. Fuck, I can't remember. There was somebody on that came out with a really great album last year that had like a song on it called The Raven. And it was like Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven in a song.
Fuck, really? They did that?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I think I can 1 second.
Shit. I actually had that idea. So now I'm like, fuck. Not for The Raven though. For another song that I'm not going to say, so it doesn't.
I know Amon Amarth had Raven's Flight, but that's
who it was.
Bird.
It was fucking Rotting Christ on the Heretics. Yeah, they have the last track is The Raven. Check that out.
I'm gonna check that out for sure.
Yeah, this album is outstanding.
That's
fucking
yeah. I love the physicals too.
Oh yeah. Oh, only physicals. Only physical copies, definitely. I don't have Spotify or anything. No, I get physicals of everything, definitely. Or if I can't get a physical of it, like for instance, Suffocating Lie. The fucking I get it off of iTunes usually. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you guys, yeah, I guess that's pretty. Unless you guys have anything else that you wanted to talk about, I guess that's pretty much all I got for you this time.
I mean, yeah, just thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
No, guys, thank you guys so much for reaching out and wanting to be on and being interested. You're actually the first band outside of like people I know personally that have been on the show. So this is very exciting. And yeah, anything at all you guys want to plug away. You got the new single. I know you got a Facebook, Instagram, a Bandcamp, and you're on Spotify and iTunes. What else though? Yeah,
I would just say, just check us out on all of those. Suffocating Lie, suffocatinglie.ca on Instagram. Black Sheep, brand new music video just came out on Vivo. Check that out. Put it on your playlists on Spotify. Do all of that good stuff.
And we got a merch store. They mail out to anywhere in the nation. From everything, from even little fucking baby one-piece fucking clothing to women's shirts, hoodies, fucking tie-dye shirts.
What's the name of the merch store?
So if you go to suffocatinglie.com and just go to our merchandise section, it's right there. But I think it's like, if you go to it separately, I think it's Store Frontiers / A Suffocating Lie.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
So we got a bunch of good stuff. We just got some masks for this COVID stuff, so.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah. Well,
hey, we're gonna hopefully we get out to Michigan sooner than later, man.
Man.
That'd be a good stop for us.
Please do. That would be amazing to actually meet you guys. Obviously I don't know if it'll happen this year or not, but usually every year here in Michigan, we do have something called Michigan Metal Fest, which takes place down in a city called Battle Creek. And last year, actually, it was headlined by Hatebreed. That was only the third year. The first year was the first year was Devil Driver, then Whitechapel, then Hatebreed as headliners. And this year was supposed to be the fourth year. We'll see if it happens. But it's like 2 or 3, maybe 4, like one headliner, 2 or 3 national acts, and then 40 local bands from across the nation.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
And mind.
I've gotten into bands from going to that show from like Florida, everywhere, fucking Tennessee, like a whole Pennsylvania, a whole bunch of different places. So yeah, definitely that, you know, if all this either slows up soon or either next summer, maybe check that out. And because that would be a fucking killer spot for you guys to play. I think that'd be outstanding.
Yeah,
It's outside too. It's a whole outside 3-stage festival situation. Vendors. Yeah, it's a really good and it's all just like local metalheads, you know what I mean? Like the diehards, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There you go.
Just a good time. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, it is a great day. But yeah, that would be fucking amazing to actually be able to see you guys live someday. I definitely would love to have that happen. And of course, thank you guys so much. And I would love to have you back on, either like when you got a new single coming out, you got the new album coming out and the next show, anything you ever want to promote, anything at all. Open door policy here. So anytime anybody wants to come back on, or the other, either of the other two members want to come on, whatever, we're down for anything.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Definitely,
appreciate it.
Definitely. This was fantastic. This was absolutely great. So I guess here I'll a little bit of behind the scenes for everybody. I'll hit stop recording in a second, and I'll let you guys know when I do that. But here I'll do this little fucking. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you so much to A Suffocating Lie for reaching out and being on. You guys are fucking outstanding. Everybody check out the new single Black Sheep. And check out their Bandcamp, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I almost said MySpace. Wow. All the social media, everything. And check out their merch store. Help all the local bands, all the venues. Everybody needs help right now. So if you have the ability, stream the shit. That helps. Or buy some merch. That helps everybody too. And that's, you know, metalheads, we always fucking come together in times like this. So that's the greatest thing about us. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you again so much, A Suffocating Lie. That's gonna be it from us. Raise your horns, bang your fucking heads. We love you all to death. Good night.